I was checking into a hotel later that afternoon, when I got a call from an unidentified number. Of all people, it was Briona's vice president, Graham. "Max, this is awkward, but are you and Briona still together?" Perplexed by his inquiry and the fact that he had my number, I inquired as to how he had obtained my contact details. "You gave me your business card at the gala," he clarified. "Said to reach out if we ever needed marketing consultation. I kept it because, frankly, something felt off about your situation." I verified that Briona and I had recently parted ways. A long pause ensued. "I thought so. Look, there's something you should know. The reason I called you her roommate last night is because that's how she's been describing you for months. But she's also been seeing someone else, Charles from law. They've been quite open about it at work events you weren't at." It felt like the floor fell away from me. "How open?" "PDA at the last corporate retreat, sharing rooms on business trips. Everyone assumed you two had some kind of arrangement." With trembling hands I thanked him for being honest and hung up. She used him as a convenient cover for her affair, not just as a roommate. Everything changed after this realization. Now I thought that my measured answer was insufficient. The well-planned departure appeared too mild for the deceit I had experienced. I therefore started the second step, which I now see was going nuclear. 48 hours later I had 1. Withdrew my half of our joint investment in a holiday home, resulting in a forced sale during a very bad period for the market. The lease was up in 60 days, so I informed our landlord that I would not be renewing it. I made it plain that I was distancing myself from any future, but I paid my share through then. 3. I declined their counteroffer by contacting the HR department of my now former employer and stating that I was moving because of personal reasons. My position had become untenable when I brought up my significant other's contact with someone at her company. Left breadcrumbs but did not identify names. 4. Tagged a few mutual friends in a single social media post announcing my joyful job transfer to Chicago so Briona would see it. 5. Phoned my cousin, who works in a different division of the same pharmaceutical company. Knowing that the office rumor cycle would start, they told others what had transpired. That night, the calls began. "Where is all your stuff? Are you seriously moving out over one comment? You can't just leave like this. The rent is due next week. Why is Simone from accounting asking me about Charles?" Were among the hundreds of increasingly frantic messages that began with Briona. I didn't respond to any of them. "They're investigating me and Charles for non-disclosed workplace relationship violations. What did you do?" was the text that followed. Confirming that I had reached my goal.